What's up, everybody? I'm Marco Messina.
And I'm Michael Cantaris.
And welcome to Italian Football TV. Monaco against Juventus just ended. Juve getting a clinical 2-0 away win against a Monaco who was supposed to be stronger. They had a lot of chances. They created a lot, but they were not as efficient as Juventus with Gonzalo Higuain, who got both goals tonight.
They did play good. I did say I was more scared for this one than Barcelona. And to be honest, they had more chances than Barcelona.
You were more scared today against Monaco than you were against Barcelona?
Yeah, because underdogs, that's why.
Wow.
Because I feel like Juve had more to prove. And now against Monaco, they were the top dogs and they were playing Monaco, the underdogs. And Monaco had a lot of chances. We can't say anything. But Buffon and BBC, they let them down and they didn't score.
It's the same story over and over again with Juve's defense. I mean, Monaco definitely created a lot. They were scary, even more than Barcelona, I would say, to be honest.
Yeah,
Mbappe was freaking sensational in the beginning of the match. He was beating players left and right. The way he dribbles, he had that early header. But like we've been saying, and you see it time and time again, Juventus have a wall in front of a wall, in front of a wall, in front of a wall. I mean, Barzagli, Bonucci, Chiellini, they're incredible the way that they could cover each other. I specifically remember one time where Barzagli got beat, Chiellini came in, stopped the shot from coming in, and if all three of them are beat, Buffon is there, who looks like a freaking 29-year-old keeper, still making saves that are incredible and changed the match, and he did it again today, and Juve's defense, it was the exact match that I thought it was going to be. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I said I was confident with Juve. This is exactly what I expected. This was the Juve I wanted to see. Effective. They didn't have as many chances as Monaco have, but when Juventus got the chances, they converted. I mean, that first goal from Juventus was absolutely brilliant the way that the team plays. Marchisio inserted tonight with Khedira out from suspension. Marchisio was incredible. The dynamic that he puts into this team, the ball that he sent to Dani Alves, to Dybala. Dybala does that beautiful little flick to Dani Alves. Higuain sends Dani Alves again, back heel, Higuain goal. That is how you play effective football under Massimiliano Allegri.
I totally agree. They played amazing. That was a nice little counterattack for the first goal. But I still feel like Juve were a little bit shaky, even though they didn't concede. It looked like Monaco could have scored, to be honest. But as soon as the match progressed, they solidified it.
I could care less. I could care less because at the end of the day, 2-0 is a scoreline. Yeah, there were points where Juve looked shaky against Barca, where Iniesta had that shot and Buffon saved it.
Monaco had some.
I don't care. To me, it's all about what happens in the result, and this result is incredible. It's a result which I would say 75% you're inside the final. 85% you're inside the final. 2 goals away. Juventus have conceded 2 goals in 11 freaking games this competition. And I can't see them doing anything less. I think that they played the brilliant match. I think Allegri got it right once again. We keep saying this in the Champions League. We keep saying this through Juve's 3 competitions that they're still in. He keeps getting it right. And he is never satisfied. Even at 2-0 away from home with those 2 huge away goals, everyone else was celebrating. If you see the picture of Higuain celebrating, Allegri is there screaming at his players to do more. He knows how to handle a match. He knows how to get this team to the final, and I think that he's done an absolute incredible job, and he deserves much more credit than for what he's being given.
Yeah, Allegri, we all know he's an amazing coach, and 2-0 playing away, and that stadium was tiny, right?
Yeah.
There were a few, 1,000 Juve fans or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But
Mauricio from Aranje, one of them.
Oh yeah, Aranje, that's right. Amazing atmosphere, amazing support over there. But yeah, 2-0 away, that's not as good as 3-0 like we saw in the first leg with Barcelona, but 2-0 going back to Torino, that's very hard to overturn that for sure.
And in Monaco, which, yeah, they had moments that they were great, but Mbappe, the whole second half, I didn't even know he was playing. In the second half, I wasn't nervous, I was barely nervous.
Yeah, the first half was more shaky.
The first half was more shaky, and Juventus just understand how to hold the game. Dani Alves has been absolutely freaking brilliant. I mean, I was critical of him in the Serie A, especially in the beginning of the season. But man, has he stepped up, especially in the Champions League. He's got the DNA to understand how to win these kinds of matches. He led the team tonight. It was probably one of the best performances I've seen from him under Juventus. I praised Marchisio. I praised Dani Alves tonight because he was great. And the last guy, Gonzalo Higuain. I mean, he's often called a choke, but man, has he been decisive for Juventus. These 2 goals, how important and critical they are. Again, he scores the decisive goals. Again, he is in the right position and understands what's going to happen in the game, and he put the ball away. I don't care if you miss 100 shots. If you put these 2 goals again in against Monaco, you're a fantastic striker.
He came up when he needed to, and Dani Alves, what a player he was. He was so involved this whole game. He kept getting crosses. He kept crossing out. He just has that winner's mentality, that Champions League experience, and he's a winner.
100% agree.
And this is what Juve need right now to make it to the final.
And since I was speaking about Higuain and his effort for the team, let's get into some of the post-match comments from this game from all of the players. After the game, Higuain says, as long as Juve wins, that is all that matters. It's fine if I even wouldn't have scored tonight. Juventus winning is what's important. I work for the team. That was Gonzalo Higuain saying that. You know, he's often criticized for not scoring at certain times. You know, he goes on these droughts. But, again, like he said, it doesn't matter, especially for me. Mandzukic was quiet tonight. Fine, no worries. Juventus won 2-0. We're going to keep the same lineup in the next game, and that's how it's going to be. It's about the unit, about the team. That's what's gotten Juventus to this point, and don't change anything. I don't criticize them at all.
It really does show, like, you can see Dybala was a big one for Barcelona. Higuain showing he's big here. Just because one person isn't clicking, that means someone else picks up the responsibility and drags Juve winning.
It's a team. Okay, Buffon after the game, he said this. I love this quote. He says, as a sign of respect, I swapped jerseys with Mbappe. I remember one time when I was a kid, someone wouldn't swap with me. I hated it. I promised myself I wouldn't become that person. What beautiful. We saw him give him a little handshake to the head over there.
What a leader Buffon is. And we all know Mbappe looks up to him too. He also put it on his social media. He's 18 years old. You got to give a lot of respect to him, and especially
I love that from Buffon. I really, like, as a person, you could learn so much just from hearing his post-match comments about life. Just the values that he has is brilliant. Anyone who's been saying that he's finished, you're crazy. And talking about him being
reaction saves.
It looks like from 2006. We'll get into that. He says after also about you know, being retiring. He says, I want to get to a point where people say they're sad to see me go. So basically, not leaving when he's not good enough to play, leaving on a high note. But yeah, he said he was gonna retire after this if he didn't concede a goal to Barcelona, but he took that back.
He took that promise back, which is good.
Also, Barzai hailed Mbappe. He said that he was devastating tonight, that he was incredible. A great player. We saw Barzai turn a few times with him.
True.
But Jardim said that, Monaco's coach, said that Buffon was incredible. And then Allegri on Twitter said something really interesting. I really enjoyed this quote. He says, when what you want seems like it's close, that's when it's time to pedal even harder. It really is. Fino alla fine, hashtag Fino alla fine. I mean, I think that's incredible life values, things that we could take with us. And it also goes to what this Juventus is. Like we said, Allegri wasn't happy even at 2-0, always going for it. He's correct, and it's working right now. And also after the match, this was pretty interesting with Pjanic. Pjanic, he's been a player that's confused me. Sometimes he's shown signs of brilliance, but I really haven't been impressed with him a lot. I know some people disagree. They were saying today that they really liked Pjanic's performance. For me, personally, I didn't. I'll say this and then you give your opinion. Allegri said, Pjanic could become one of the best in the world, but he makes it like it's the end of the world when he loses the ball. He needs to believe in himself more. We haven't seen the real Pjanic yet. What do you have to say about Pjanic?
I agree with that one too. He shows like flashes of brilliance of them, but he hasn't really cemented.
New order on the hats, by the way.
On your order, awesome.
Sounds good.
Maybe a Juve hat.
It is a Juve hat, actually. I swear. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So, well, like I was saying, he shows flashes of brilliance, but he didn't really cement how good he is on the field yet. He's kind of on and off, and I feel like he hasn't found himself yet. But when he does find himself, I think he's going to be an extraordinary player.
I'm not just saying this because Allegri said it, but I really believe what Allegri said is so true. We haven't seen the real him, and he does seem like he gets depressed sometimes when he doesn't do the thing. And I feel like we could see him more of an alla Pirlo role, where he connects the play a little bit better. For me, he hasn't been there yet. Not going to criticize him, but yeah. For me, hasn't been at the value of the player. You could see the skill he has, but he hasn't performed to his abilities yet. Either way, it's okay. Also, we want to get into some questions that you guys sent in. We're going to start doing this. You send in some questions and comments. We'll go through a few of them, cut some out, and we'll see what we have to say. So, Massimo, who bought the first ever IFTV hat, a Roma fan.
Hat, that's right.
Massimo says, do you think Juve might bid for Mbappe if they win the Champions League? A little bit of a different question from now. But
Him and Dybala up front,
He's too much money. He costs too much money.
Yeah, they're saying 140 million.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking that in the game. I was like, wow, this would be great. For some reason, I thought Inter, but I know it's kind of crazy.
Too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive for anyone.
Insane.
Nicola says, Gonzalo definitely proved haters wrong tonight. Monaco are a very scary team. Can't underestimate them in the second leg, but Juve looking good for Cardiff. Pretty spot on from Nicola.
Juve looking good, but yeah, we can't underestimate anything.
I don't know.
Anything can happen.
Anything could happen, yes. Anything could happen, but I just don't believe anything's going to happen.
You gotta have respect.
I'm not trying to disrespect them.
No, I definitely agree with that.
I just believe in Juventus too much. If Juve lose it, it's Juve screwing up. For me, it's not Monaco doing it.
Well, I guess we gotta see second leg.
Yeah, we'll see. It's still early to talk. Michael Filetti says, do you guys think this Monaco team was Juve's toughest challenge yet? I don't think so. Actually, has anyone really challenged as much?
Who did they play before Barcelona?
Porto. No, Porto were terrible. Porto were terrible.
Now, Monaco showed more than Barcelona, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess we got to see the second leg, but yeah, Barcelona. I mean, Barcelona are scary from a name.
That's why. That's why I was more scared. They were more prepared for Barcelona just because of the name, rather than Monaco. Maybe they underestimated them a little bit. That's why it was a little shaky.
Away, it's a different game because Juve are playing away first in France. Juve played in Spain second, so the dynamic of the game is different without seeing both of them. Right. And then last question is Mark says, do you think Kamil Glik was in fault for both of Juve's goals? Not the first one. The first one, no.
I don't think anyone. He was
marking Dani Alves, and no one was covering him at the top of the box where Higuain was. Maybe the second one, because the cross came in. He was defending from above Higuain. He was then defending in front of Higuain.
Okay, he was attacking a lot. Glik. He evolved as a player from Torino. He was amazing at Torino.
He scored 8 freaking headers.
More than Caldana and Serie A. Amazing.
Last thing before we conclude this video, the internet is an amazing place. You guys all know that. There are some extremely talented people out there. They're making us laugh after the match. So here are some of our favorite memes as we conclude our show. Balotelli in the stands. Did you see that?
I did see that.
What the hell was he wearing?
Did you see his earrings too?
I didn't notice his earrings. I noticed his jacket.
And he wants us to talk about him. That's why he could have put on a regular T-shirt, but he puts a Halloween costume on so we can talk about it in this video.
Bleacher Report's picture with Pogba.
Bleacher Report.
Hilarious.
That's so amazing. Great Photoshop over there. That was hilarious.
Pogba,
they missed Vidal.
They did miss Vidal. Right when you showed me, I was like, dude, where's Vidal? Because Vidal did say that at Bayern, I have a better chance of winning the Champions League than with Juventus. So yeah, I wonder, what do you think Pogba's thinking now? You think he regrets it?
A little bit, but he's like, then he looks at his paycheck, he's like, whatever, I can stay with Europa League.
That's a really good point. Buffon, the Matrix video that we posted from All My Goals.
That was pretty funny.
He stops everything that comes in his path.
You guys were shooting with machines.
Yeah. The clock one that Bleacher Report put, that was a great one.
He didn't concede over 800 minutes.
I didn't read the stats. Some stats, actually. Shoot, I forgot this. Some amazing stats. Over 600 minutes without conceding a goal. That is Juventus. 8 goals in 8 matches for Gonzalo Higuain. They have 6 consecutive clean sheets in a row for the first time ever. 2 goals in 11 Champions League games. They've not conceded a goal from last 69 shots on target.
That's insane.
For the last 69 shots against them, not on target. Buffon has 60 clean sheets in 100 UEFA Champions League games. Today, with the 100th UEFA Champions League game, he became the second Italian to play 100 matches with the same team after Paolo Maldini. Paolo Maldini is the first at 1-something.
This goes to show what defense does for you, right?
Yeah, and it's one of the first times this year that Monaco have lost at home. They've never lost, so this is a great feat for Juventus. And yeah, back to the memes. There was the Buffon in 2006, and now his save in the World Cup.
Oh yeah, identical, right? Different arms, but pretty identical position.
And finally, my favorite, maybe, I don't know if it's my favorite. I like the Higuain fat jokes. I like it because it makes it seem like he's not that good, but then he goes and scores 2 bangers, and then everything goes away.
You think it bothers him when he sees
No, I don't think it bothers him at all.
You don't think so?
Why would it bother him? He's putting in the goals. Who cares if you're fat? The Higuain McDonald's
he's
one,
not fat.
but like
he's
he out the goal. He's not a 90 million euro athlete.
Okay, I think he's not a Ronaldo body.
Yeah, he's not a Ronaldo. A little bit different. He's like Ronaldo winter body.
That loves pasta.
That loves pasta. Juventus against Monaco. Monaco Juventus about to start. Mike, feeling good?
Juventus taking it.
Let's do this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Just a little back out his way.
Oh! Higuain! Yes! Yes, let them pull the cost, man. We'll tell them that you were freaking scored.
Get it, yes!
Prove me wrong, kid. Prove me wrong.
There, it's coming in a second.
Left.
Go!
Gonzalo! Yes! Yes! Woo! Where's my hat? Let's go! Boom! Look at this. Dybala and Dani Alves win it back. Who gave that ball then? Dani Alves, I think he gave it. Dani Alves. 2 assists from Dani Alves. 2 goals from Gonzalo Higuain. Yeah, guys, that's our show, and that was Monaco Juventus. An incredibly strong match, a match that to me was extremely predictable. It embodies everything that Juventus were this season, everything that they've become, just playing efficient football, getting the job done. And especially, above all, defending, breaking when you can, and taking your chances when you got them.
And being clinical.
I think that's also what football's all about. And again, Juventus, against the best attack in Spain, 0 goals. Against the best attack in Portugal, 0 goals. Best attack now in France, 0 goals.
They have almost 100 goals in France. That is incredible.
How can you doubt the back line, BBBC? This is going to be the last year that we see them. And it's just incredible. They need to go out with a bang. Anyone doubting their abilities, one of the best defensive units I've ever seen.
Speaking of letting people go, we know what's going on with Totti. I just had to throw that in. That's a football tragedy. That's what that is. He announced, Monkey announced, the sporting director of Roma, that this Totti's last playing year as a player, as a football player for Roma.
We'll definitely make another video talking more about that, and hopefully get a nice Roma guest on to give us some more insight.
Sure.
Anyway, now it is your turn. Go into the comments, leave your favorite meme, your favorite goal, anything you want to comment, leave it down below. Let's get a conversation going. Yeah, whoever makes us laugh, get something special. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.
Ciao, guys.
Ragazzi.